for
Uh,
All right.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to all our beautiful, beautiful people out there, all the FGI Cash Talk family. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time zone you are in. We are so excited to be here before you guys. We are just so excited. I am overjoyed. It's been 2 weeks since we were before you guys, and I'm just excited to be back behind the camera. I'm so excited. It's been a fabulous 2 weeks, and we are here today with another beautiful topic, and we're gonna go around the room. Other ladies, you guys know how we do it. We are gonna introduce ourselves, and we are gonna say a little something about ourselves and how the 2 weeks been. I know you. We know we all had a wonderful 2 weeks. We are going to start with Sister Tower. Then we're going to come to our guests. I'm excited. You know, FGI Castle Lady is growing by the day. You know, we are honored and privileged to have a guest with us today. You know what? We're going to give our guest the first privilege just to tell a little bit, tell the audience, a little bit about herself and all that good stuff. So, sis, you are welcome to FGI Cash Talk. The floor is open to you just to give us a little insight about yourself and how you been. How you been for the beginning of this year? How you been?
Hi everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes.
can hear you loud and
Okay,
clear.
hi everyone. My name is Abimbola Shonde. I live in Minnesota. I'm so happy to be here with you all today. Nice to connect with everyone. I think I've watched this show a couple times through my friend, and I'm happy to be here. And I will say a little bit about me. I am a project management professional. I'm also a marriage coach, even though I don't practice it. I just did the certification because I was interested in it at some point, but I felt I kind of changed direction. So now I do full-time project management. And happy to meet you all. Hopefully, I would learn one or two things from you guys today and share some experience I have.
All right. Thank you so much. FGI
Thank
Cash
you
Talk.
so much.
You guys hear what we're talking about? We have a marriage coach in the house. That's a plus. That's a plus. That's a plus. Like a hand applause. Thank you so much, sis, for taking the time to be with us. This is what FGI Culture is about. Connecting with ladies and gentlemen, youth and teenagers from all around the world. We are so honored and privileged to have you here with us this evening. We are going to switch to Sister Baby. How was your 2 week, girl? How you been? Our billionaire sister. How you been? How you been?
I like the fact that you said I'm a billionaire sister. Thank
I,
you.
I'm telling you, if you don't know, you have to know.
Yeah, my 2 weeks has been great. It went by very fast.
Mhm.
Everything that we talked about last week, I tried to, do them. I try to call the things I want for it. I try to declare what I want to see. Everything we did last week, I put them into practice. Of course, you don't see the result, but then immediately, but definitely it's a process, right? And again, everything has been good with me. God has been faithful. Thank you.
All right, all right. Thank you so much. Nice. Next, we're gonna go to Sister Tower. Then we're gonna finish up with Sister Abura. Sister Tower, how was your 2 weeks? How you been
Um,
and how things been with you?
well, last week, 2 weeks now. Yeah, you're right. It's been good. We
Please,
thank God.
girl, wake up.
Yes, it's been good. Can you hear me? I know my internet is going in and out, but can
Yeah,
you
we
hear
can
me
hear you.
now? Oh, okay.
Yes.
I said it's been good. Good 2 weeks. Just doing what I have to do. You know, staying afloat and doing the things that we talked about, trying to practice new things, trying to inculcate new habits. Just good successful habits and all of that. And I'm looking forward to what we have to talk about tonight. And again, I want to say thank you, Sister Biola, for joining us tonight. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we will close out with our sister E for energy. I know she's gonna bring the energy for us tonight, Sister Abdullah.
Sister,
How are you, sis? How you been? How your 2 weeks? How you been?
Um,
Give us some G's. My ear, you see my ear, they are little though, but I love some good G's. I love good.
thank, thank you, thank you. I'm glad you already know I love to gist anyway. And I'm happy that we're all on the couch together, gisting. And I'm exceptionally happy today because I have Abimbola here with us. I mean, it gives me so much joy. Yeah. So
Thank
I mean,
you.
my 2 weeks has been beautiful. Like Sabimi said, I wrote up my goals. I'm
Mhm,
trying to live with it. My affirmations, I recite them. And most especially, remember we talked last 2 weeks, we talked about writing out our goals and also
mhm,
making sure that we action it. I'm sure
mhm.
part of the closing remarks that we had. So part of the new things I did, I wrote out my goal. I have a fashion show, right? I mean, I have a fashion house.
Mhm.
Yeah, where we sell ready to wear clothes. We also do event management and all that. So I one of the new things I did this year is to make sure that we rebrand, coming out with new ideas, new things. And we also launched our new website where you can actually go
Not
in.
not cutting you off, girl. I saw it. It's
you,
very
you can
beautiful.
you can
Let's put
actually
our
go
hands together. I
right.
went on. I was like, okay, okay, okay,
Yeah, you can actually go into the website. We have beautiful dresses that you can pick
okay.
from. So you can see we practice what we say on this platform. We are
All
so real.
right,
We are as real as water. What you see is what you get.
all
Thank you,
right, all
everyone.
right. With no further delay, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be talking about respect and value. Something that is a key foundation to every relationship. Relationship without respect, without value, I don't think it can go anywhere. So I'm asking all our viewers tonight, get you a bottle of water, because I have my water bottle right here. Get you a pen and paper. Take some notes that you will be able to apply in that marriage, in that friendship, any type of relationship it is. That you have relationship with your children, relationship in the church, relationship at your job. Today we will be talking about love and respect, the heart of every relationship. Are we ready? I know I'm ready. We're going to go into our question one, and this question one is going to be thrown to our guests. It's going to be thrown out there to our guests. Then we're going to go around the table. Everyone has 2 minutes to get in their input. Question one: what are the ways people can set clear boundaries to ensure their respect in the relationship? What are the ways? Some of the ways we're talking about love and respect. Question one: what are the ways people can set clear boundaries? Clear boundaries that there is respect in the relationship. This question is going to go first to our guests. We're going to give her the first priority.
All right. Thank you for that question. So I would say that it starts with letting your loved one or your family or friends know how you feel when you feel disrespected. You don't want to
Mm,
keep it like you don't want to accept it. If you accept it the first time, it's going to continue. So
mhm.
anytime or whenever you feel like someone is disrespecting you, you have to communicate your feelings. Let them know. I don't like how you talk to me or how you treat me. So when you let them know, you can then have that communication, discuss it, and if they apologize, fine. If they don't apologize, at least you have let them know. So that will create that awareness, and the awareness makes it possible for them to either adjust, or if they don't want to adjust, they know that you don't like this and they're not going to do it to you anymore. So expressing your feeling communicating how you feel when someone disrespects you is very important. That's what I would say.
Thank you so much. We're gonna back forward just for a notch. We're gonna back forward for our notch. We're gonna talk about. We're gonna give a definition for love and respect. So we're gonna throw the question out to Sister Vera. What is love? Because somebody might be watching out there, don't know the definition of love and respect, right? What is that? Can you say something about love and respect? Then we're gonna go back to question one with the rest of the lady. Love and respect.
So, thank you very much, Sister Chroma. So, love is actually a very strong feeling,
Mm,
that we feel towards someone. You can have a relationship with your bed, with your couch, with a human being. You can have a relationship with your car, with your spouse, with your friends. Your relationship, respect is a commitment.
mm,
Respect is when you hold someone to high esteem, to a great value, and you commit to something, with that person. Out of respect, you can do and undo so many things. You can. I mean, love is a strong for me. Love is that strong commitment you feel towards someone, and respect is your commitment, to hold them to high esteem, so much that you won't be able to do some things, or you'll be able to do some things for them.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're gonna jump to Sister Tower. Sister Tower, you are gonna do two in one. You're gonna give
Okay.
a brief definition about love and respect. Then you're gonna go back to that topic one, that first question. So just a quick brief on love and respect for our viewer that is watching out there. Then we're gonna go back to question one for the ladies.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Yes.
Yeah, we can hear
We
you.
can hear you.
Okay. So I didn't get the question very well. It was going in and out. You said that the second question,
No, you're
I
gonna
would
do
answer.
two in one. You're going to do
Okay.
twin when you're going to talk on love and respect. What is love and respect
No,
first?
no, no, no. What you said is we are breaking it down. First thing is we are going to define what love and
And
respect is.
respect is
So we go back
yes,
to the question now to address it. So the first thing
yes.
to do now is to
What's
define
love and
what
respect?
love
Love.
and respect means to you.
Yes. Thank you so much,
Okay.
sis.
There's no expert definition for love, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a word that even when you say it, you understand how it works. So when you say to someone, "I love you," it just shows that you
Mm-hmm.
have feelings for this person,
Mm-hmm.
saying that, or you have compassion towards a person, or you're just happy towards a person. So it just depends on the term at which you're, or the it depends on the situation surrounding that time, the situation and why you want to use that word at that time. So we're talking about love to your spouse, to your friends, to your children. You can apply it in different ways. And of course, we know love involves feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And respect again is like Sister Biola said, it just involves values, how you play, how you regard someone, how you take someone, how you look at this person. It might not just be a person that that you're very close to. Maybe it might be even a mentor because of what they know, because of their achievements and all of that. So again, it just depends on the situation surrounding the usage of that word at that time.
Right.
And then the other question you asked
No,
concerning.
we're not addressing that one now. She just said love
No,
and
we're not.
respect.
Yes, yes. We're not
Oh,
addressing that yet. So we're going to go to Sister Builder, Sister Bemi. Then we're going to go back to our questions. Our questions. We went ahead of ourselves a little bit there. So Sister Bemi, in your own words, what is love and respect? Love, respect, and value in your own word. What will you break it? How can you break it down to someone out there that is watching? Love, respect, and value. How do you break it down? How will you break
Yeah.
it down?
I mean, I feel like love. I mean, the Bible is the oldest book with the latest gist, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the Bible has said that who that loveth God, loveth who that loveth him, his neighbor, loveth God. right? And if you do not love, that means you don't know God.
Mm-hmm.
And love your neighbor just as yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
that definition make me know that love is giving yourself, just giving yourself. It may just be giving your time, your energy, your money, your attention, your kind words, and your bad attitude. Just giving yourself. That's what love is to me. And I think that when you love people, it comes with you respecting them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
like the third word, value. When you value a thing, there's a way you treat what you value. Some of us may never like me, I don't treat clothes with so much importance until a day my husband bought just a clothes that was almost like $250. That clothes, even though it wasn't the best of fabric, I kept it so well because I'm like, for real, just this top. So the value that I attached to that clothes made me respect that clothes. That I know that even when I wanted to wash it in the washing machine, I brought it out. I read the label to be sure that I don't mess with it. So the same thing with people. When you value people,
Mm-hmm.
you just respect them. I've seen women who value their husband so much that they give their own paycheck to the husband and say, you know what? Just tell me how to spend this money.
I think her compare.
That's
Yes.
a separate topic.
That's the story for another day.
That's
Yeah.
a separate topic.
That's the story for another day.
Yeah, so your respect, your value for something will determine how you respect it. Then
Mm-hmm.
ultimately how you give yourself to it. Yeah.
All right, ladies, thank you so much for those wonderful definitions. Thank you so much for those wonderful thoughts. Our brother, thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you so much. Please be a blessing to others by sharing the broadcast. Thank you so much. He's tuning in all the way from Monrovia, Liberia, West Africa. Yay! So we are going to go to question one. As I know I said we went over our head. We're going to start question one. We're going to start with Sister Taiwo. Back to you. Question one. What are the ways people can set clear boundaries to ensure there's respect in the relationship? What are the ways? What are some of the ways?
I would just say communication. You got to communicate with yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to know the kind of relationship. Now, depending on the kind of relationship you're into, if it's a relationship between a husband and wife, you know that you have to. That's on its own because you have a very long journey ahead of you. You guys really
Mm-hmm.
need to understand each other. So you have to sit and talk about your likes, your dislike. You have to sit and talk about the things that you can easily let go and those things that you would never forgive. All of those things would determine how far a relationship will thrive. So communicate clearly within, amongst yourself. Talk about the things you like. Talk about how you can do things well, and understand that. I mean, no man is an island. Okay, we have to continue. I mean, they say the only constant thing in life is change. So you must be willing and ready to accept change, especially if it's going to benefit the relationship you're in. If it's going to help you, if it's going to help that person. Like, Sabgimi quoted the Bible that you love your neighbor as yourself, right? So if you're in a relationship, you're loving this person just like yourself, and you must understand that what are we, what are we hoping to get from this relationship? How are we, how do we expect to move it to from this level that we are right now to the next level? I'm just talking about a relationship between, husband and wife. Now, if you have friends, you have to understand each other. You know, that if someone offends you, it's very easy. You should make it very easy to communicate with that person. Oh, I'm not super excited about what happened. Can we talk about it? Can we do this? So when you communicate,
Mm-hmm.
it just lifts the burden, the pain. But most
Mm-hmm.
times you get people holding things, suck things in, and then it just destroys a relationship that you don't even know the future of the relationship. It might be. I mean, you can't cross path with someone and just take it with levity. No, there's a reason why you cross path. So if you're going to
Mm-hmm.
sustain the relationship, understand why you're in that relationship, uphold whatever values, talk about things so that it can be a smooth sail for you. So I'll say one, communicate. communication is key for you to understand the person you're in a relationship with.
All right, we're going to jump down to Sister Abiola, and that same question is going to be thrown to you, sis. What are the ways? What are ways that you can set clear boundaries to ensure there's respect in the relationship?
Yeah, thank you very much. So, like we all already said, relationship is a commitment between two people, three people. Basically, relationship is a commitment. You commit to something, you commit to someone. So it can be social relation. I mean, it can be socially, it can be job relationship. I mean, it can be physical attraction, it can be emotional, but the bedrock of every relationship is respect. For you to set clear boundary, you have to be respectful to that relationship first.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you need to have a clear understanding, like defining what kind of relationship you have with that person. You need to know what your values are, what the person's values are in that relationship. And also, you have to be able to know what are your needs before you engage in that relationship. So you don't already you don't already start a relationship. So okay, let's assume, okay, I and Abimbola we are friends. When we started the relationship, I can always call Abimbola up at 1 a.m. Bimbola picks my call. I can call Sakroma up at 2 a.m. We already started our relationship on that pedestal. Then Sakroma is going to wake up one day and tell me, Biola, you're not going to call me at 2 a.m. again. Something has changed, or I just don't like it. You need to setting clear boundary in that wise, in that regard. You have to put into consideration the fact that we already start on a level already. So based on that, you have to be respectful in defining what the boundaries are. You just don't wake up one day and be like, no, this is not going to happen. You're going to mess up the relationship, irrespective of how the relationship is. Even if it is between husband and wife, like let's say before you marry me, let's go back to how we started this platform. Like we always have sex 10 times in a week. And you're just going to wake up one day and tell me, Abiola, no, it's just going to be twice in a month. How do we say
You
no?
are on your own. No.
Yeah, no. How do we set that boundary? Okay, yeah, we work together.
That's a big manners.
Oh, you see, so setting boundaries is not just waking up one day and be like, girl or boy or man or Mr. Whatever. This is not happening. You have to be respectful to that relationship. You have to communicate like we all have been saying. If that relationship actually means something to you, if you are committed to it, if you have any feelings, any respect, any regard for the relationship, you need to call yourself, come, something has changed. Or you know what, the way we've been practicing it is not working for me. Then we redefine it. But if at the initial stage, at that you already set the boundary, fine. But you don't just sleep and wake up one day and be like, no, okay, when I'm coming to work, when I get to the office, I come to your table and I give you a slap on your face. That's how we've been doing it. You smile. And I like it because your cheeks are very soft and succulent. You've been taking it. Then one day you're gonna wake up and tell me, Abiola, no more slaps. I'll be like, what's going on? What's changed? No, what's
That's
going on?
true.
I'll
That
be
is
like,
true.
is it that she doesn't like me anymore? She doesn't trust me? What is changing? So
That's true.
communication is key. Before you set boundary, you need to communicate with yourselves.
That's
Then
true.
you set your clear boundary. Actually, is very important in whatever relationship you keep.
To
But
me.
in setting that boundary, you have to be mindful of whoever you are setting the boundary with, even if it is in a club, in a society, between you and your spouse, whatever the relationship is, then you need to take responsibility of your relationship. Be
Right.
accountable, in setting your boundary, be responsible. Okay, you know what you can't give, don't give it to me. What you can't take, how did we even start the relationship? Were we honest when we started? before you set clear boundaries, there are things that should be put in place, structures to be put in place before you jump to setting of boundary. If not, you're going to mess up the relationship. Oh, but if you
Thank,
just expect, you never want the relationship again. Thank you.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's a good insight. That's a good insight. We're gonna do it very quick. Let us be mindful of the time. We have 2 minutes to answer each question. We have 5 questions to go through. Sister Baby, the question is thrown to you as well. What are some of the ways we heard about love? We heard about communication. What are another way? I know there's more than communication. What are some ways that we can use to set boundaries to ensure that there's respect in the relationship?
I mean, I would borrow. I don't want to overflog it, because of course communication is important, but setting boundaries itself is something that just has to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I think Star Abiola said that changes is inevitable. Life changes. We had friends that, so the first thing I would say is that let it be natural.
Mm-hmm.
I had friends that we would speak like till midnight and nothing happens. Like I, be it male or female, we were that close. But when I knew it was affecting my own marriage, it just happened. I didn't have to say, "Hey, I'm not going to be able to pick your call again." I just would not pick the call and pick it tomorrow and say, "Oh, I slept early." So making something natural really sometimes it helps than just slamming things on people. If I just say, "Hey, I can't pick your call again at this time because my husband is complaining and because I feel like it doesn't make sense," it could affect our relationship brutally. And afterwards, the person may just feel like, "Are you insulting me or something?" But just making it natural sets the boundaries. I sorry about that. I set a lot of boundaries that I don't have to let you know. I have a lot of friends that they just sleep throughout my life, like they just went away. In like, and I knew I just knew that the next level I'm going to, I'm not going with this person. But I'm not going to call you and say, "Oh, I don't want you to be my friend again." I've done that before and I saw what happened. So let me just give you this. There was a friend of mine who would come to my house. I love to cook. I would cook for her. She would come do stuff. I mean, wear a clothes for my daughter. She would take the clothes off and wear at home and say, "I bought it from Walmart or wherever. I want all of our children to wear the same thing." I know she's doing it out of a place of love, but my husband wasn't comfortable with it. So called her. I said, "Hey, my husband is not happy with my relationship with you, and I think that I want, he told me I have to choose between him and you, and of course I can't choose you, so I am sorry." Now that lady went about saying stuff about me. This was somebody that we were very close, just because I sat her down to tell her that, and she said, "No problem, no problem. Ah, I know, right? This man." And it was a bad one for years. Now I greet her, but I'm just greeting her like I've never met her before. So what will I say? I would say that relationship, even if it's friendship or in marriage, let it go naturally. You know your intention. But if you say you want to communicate, we are Africans. It's trouble sometimes. Even in marriages, you say your husband, "Sit down. Now we in this house we are eating too much. We are eating too much rice. I think we cannot eat too much rice again. I think you're always talking to me like I'm your maid. Right now I need you to be calling me brother or sister." Uh, and when you have all of this conversation, it will lead to beating or slapping or anybody going their ways. But you know that you don't want somebody to talk to you in a funny way. When they talk, you listen and reciprocate the love back. Maybe it will come natural. I don't want to talk too much, but really, I just feel like make it natural. Let life happen. You know.
I'm laughing. I'm here. I'm cracking up. I'm cracking up. Ladies, ladies, ladies. Love you guys so much. Love you guys so much. I'm going to just quick. We have quick. Some of the keys to setting boundaries. Identify your needs is very important. Clear communication, we hear about that. Be specific. Be specific. From the beginning, please try to be specific. Communicate. Do not be afraid. Communicate. Communicate. Set consequence in a relationship. Okay, if this happens, this is going to be the consequence. It's very important. Let us do that. Let us learn to set a consequence. Discuss what will happen if the boundary is crossed. Let us learn to be diplomatic. Active listening, very important. Let us try to listen in the relationship. Listen when a person is talking. Listen because they are expressing their feeling to you. They are expressing their likes. They are expressing their dislike to you. Listen, then you can come in Africa. From our African setting, everyone is talking at once. We are so used to that. It become like a whole market. Like you go in the market, right? And everyone is talking at once. You don't hear someone point across. You after yelling for 2 hours, nothing is solved. But if you listen and the person speak, then you can come in with your style, with how you feel towards the situation, what you want to add or subtract. Listening, active listening is very, very important. Now we are going to move to question two. Please, lady, bear in mind 2 minutes, please. Okay, question two. Is it okay to walk away from a relationship that lack the basic foundation for respect? Is it? We're gonna go back again. We're gonna start with our guest. Today she's our superstar. We're gonna
Yeah.
start with our guest. Is it okay to walk away from relationships that lack basic foundation for respect?
Okay, so that question is I would say that question is a yes and a no. It all depends on the situation.
Mm,
So for example, if I have a friend that continuously disrespects me and I talk to her about it, I let them know and still continue the same way, then I'm gonna walk away. Like I'll reference what Sister Gbemi was saying. If you say that is affecting you and you have to adjust, you can stylishly adjust in a way that will not break the relationship if it's possible. If it's not possible, then you just want to cut off if that is affecting your well-being or your emotional or something. And that's for friendship, but for something like a marriage, that is a that is based on the situation. How severe is the disrespect? Does it involve violence? Is it just disrespect? Have you sit down to talk about it, to work things out, If you, I mean, walking away would be the last resort when it comes to a marriage. You have to
mm,
try to reach out to your partner, try to talk about it, try to find ways to make it work, and try to adjust if you need to and be flexible. Sometimes you don't want to say that this is what we are doing today and that's it, and
mm,
expect it to just go like that. That would not work. So you have to read the room, understand your partner, find a way to reach that compromise, to reach, except when it becomes severe, like when it's affecting your emotional well-being, when it's affecting you psychologically, when it becomes fear, that's no
mm.
more respect. Respect should not, when it moves beyond respect and goes into fear, then it's not healthy. So if it is just disrespect, talk about it, find ways to resolve it, and understand them, reach a compromise if you have to, make it work. But if it doesn't work, if that person is not changing and is affecting you negatively, then walking away is advised.
All
This,
right. Thank you
yeah,
so much. Thank you
thank
so much. Thank you so much. We're gonna jump to Sister Tower. Then we're gonna move forward. Sister Tower, the same questions to you. Is it okay to
Yeah.
walk away from a relationship that lack that basic foundation for what? For respect. What will you say?
Again,
Yes, no, maybe?
well, I mean, it's a yes no answer. Of course, we know that because someone said, "Oh, you're crazy," does not mean, "Oh, I'm done with this relationship. I'm out of here." So it's either a yes or a no, depending on the situation. Now, I heard a
Mm,
story last week, and this person said that she got married at an older age, and she was pregnant, almost 9 months.
mm,
At 8 months, her husband started beating her. I mean, he used to do it, but then he beat her so much that she lost the baby. And she she remained in the marriage, right? And then she had another baby. Just recently she was contemplating suicide because she was really fed up. Now, why are you still in a relationship like that?
Mm.
That you don't have any business being there, because one, you're married to someone that does not even that would even think twice. He would hit you because you have and you have a child with you. It doesn't even matter to him. And then two, it is very obvious that this person is not planning a future with you. What are
Mm.
you doing in that relationship? If you are in a relationship and that relationship you have the same goals, it might not be the same, but you're working, together. You're understanding each other because you are looking at the future ahead. You think, oh, this thing can work for me. This, I think we can achieve this. I think that's how you sit down and plan in any relationship, be it marriage or friendship or with your children, right? You plan, you talk about it because you're going to you're getting to an expected end. But when the vision is blurry, you don't see anything, and you're enduring just because uh, the next door neighbor will say, "Oh, look at you! You're too old. You're getting out of it." That's pure waste of time, because that's what
Mm.
happens. Eventually, there's depression. There's going to be self-hate, because for you to think of depression, for you to think of suicide, that means you have thought of, "Nah, I'm done. I can't be better than this." Unfortunately, there's light at the end of the tunnel. So such relationship, you don't have any business being in it. However, if you have a relationship that you guys can have misunderstanding. That's how you build a relationship. Misunderstanding that you can easily come and say, "Oh, I'm sorry," and the other person says, "I'm sorry. I didn't think it was going to hurt you. I didn't think that." So you guys can talk about it. That's good. It's healthy for a relationship once in a while. Oof.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're gonna come down to Sister Bida. The same question is
Can you
thrown
hear
to
me?
you, sis. Is it okay to walk away from a relationship
Can
that
you hear me?
lack the basic foundation for respect?
Yeah, thank you very much. So for me, I will like to say it is 150% okay. I'm not on the fence. I'm on the side of no. Walk away from a relationship that lacks, basic foundation for respect.
Mm.
There's a saying that the oppressor never wants to let the oppressed go. It is your see, it's written, cast on concrete. It is the oppressed that will say, you know what? No, it's not working for me. And come to think of it, majority of the oppressed are never able to make an informed decision because
Mm.
of societal influence. All these third party, all these I know too much, all these people, they will be the first people to castigate you, to finish you, to finish your person, your personality. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, it's a no. I not sitting on the fence. I have a side, and it's a no, irrespective of however it is. Sometimes it's very difficult for whoever is being oppressed to come out and say no, not anymore. Because I mean, we are human beings to an extent. They still want to be like, okay, I'm giving this person a chance to see if they are going to change. Within that window of maybe they
Mm.
will change or they won't change is when things happen. A lot of things happen within that window of giving out chances. But for me, it's a no. At the
Mm.
very because if you give a person an opportunity to be rude to you once and they get away with it, they will no see, give them 1 million opportunity. If they have that opportunity the same way they had it, they will be rude to you. People don't change. They don't. I mean, I'm not on the extreme. I'm just saying the oppressed never wants the oppressed to go. They don't want to change. So if someone is rude to you or disrespects you, let it go. No matter
Let
how
it.
no I've worked with Bimbala. We've known for more than close to getting close to almost 20 years now, right? Or 15.
15,
You
20,
know,
yeah.
there's mutual respect. Do you get? Things happen even while we were working together in Dana Airlines. We have differences, but respectfully, we know how to manage
We
situations.
sort it out. We make it work.
Right. We know how to manage things. But if you disrespect me, I can allow you to sit to still eat, but you will never eat at my table. That's
Mm.
I'm sure Bimbola, you know a little bit about me like that, like that. That you will still eat, but you are never going to eat at my table. It's not going to happen. You don't get second chances like that from me. I want you to eat. I want you to be full, to be well fed, but whatever, you're not eating at my table. Once you get the eggs from me, that is it. So you have to master for you to achieve, be able to know how to drop between the lines. You have to master the act of, active listening. Be able to read in between the lines, know when the disrespect is coming, irrespective of how much they try to camouflage it.
Mm.
Know where the disrespect is coming from. Active listening. A lot of people do selective listening. They listen to they hear what they want to hear. I hear everything everybody says. I read in between the lines. You don't even have to tell me before I know where you're coming from. I try not to judge anyone or to be too forward, but I always read in between the lines. And you don't get second chances. So don't even cross the line. That's my. Then also use non-verbal, verbal clues, body gesture. Once you are trying to do something, somebody gives you a body gesture like, hey girl, back off. I don't like it. Don't try it again. Don't try to be over savvy and try to potty it in another way.
Mama Pepe.
Keep your wit to yourself. I don't want your trash. Keep it, keep it. Don't
Mm.
be disrespectful like that. Then build emotional intelligence. Be sensitive to other people. Don't be like you are the only one in a relationship. You can be in a relationship with yourself anyway, but you are in a relationship with a human being. They have flowing through them. Be sensitive, okay? Be sensitive. Don't
Thank
come
you so
and behave anyhow. No, don't talk crazy. No, behave yourself when you are in a relationship. Also, remember, communicate, like Sabine Bola said, very important. There is no relationship without communication. Also, remember, your self sanity matters. When you know it's not working for you, know how to withdraw your withdraw strategy. Keep it within you, and also know when to walk away. That you know what, this person doesn't even deserve a table near me. Move very far, like 100 meters away. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. As you guys can see on FJ Carter, we have Mommy Pepe. Don't try him, oh. Hey, if you try me, I'm gonna call Sister Abiola. Don't try him. Sharp, sharp,
As
sharp,
much as we pray, we also don't take
sharp,
nonsense.
sharp.
So
Even for energy, don't try him.
yes,
Also, our viewers, if anyone try you, invite us. We have Mommy Pepe here. She will handle it for you guys. We're gonna move to Sister Abiola, Sister Bemi. Sister Bemi, the question is thrown to you. Huh? The same question is thrown to you. Is it okay to walk away? Yes or no? Or maybe? Or is it fire for fire? Which one is it?
You see, I am a very sweet girl. You know, I am too sweet to say don't walk away. Does that make sense? Even as
Mm,
sweet as I am, I have walked away on a lot of relationship. In a week, I can conveniently make 10 friends, and I can conveniently see 5 out of them away. Why? If you don't align with my core values, we are
mm,
talking about basic respect. That
mm-hmm.
means you can call me my name. I love people call me I don't like sisters so much. I mean, when I was in school and I found myself in a hostel where they are all sisters of Christ, when they call me sister, I call them by their name. After one semester, everybody started calling everybody names because I can't stand you calling me sister. Maybe I just got better now that I see sister all over America. But really, names are very smart to me. So even if you call me my name, I still want you to, be mutual with me.
right.
Mm,
I see you, I hug you. I see your children, I love upon them. If you are my husband, I cherish you. And as much as I do all of that, I don't want you to tear me down.
Yes,
I'm
mm,
too important to be torn apart.
yes.
So my self-esteem is important to me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, somebody I can't remember who said that when respect when respect turns to fear, then that is a
Mm.
different ball game,
Yeah.
right?
This is
There was,
our.
there was a time in my marriage when my husband is coming towards the door. I am afraid. I didn't know. I just thought I was afraid because my husband likes a clean house. Then I start running everywhere, running. Then one day he parked, he came in, and as he came in, I just sat like this and I was looking at him. He looked at everywhere like the lion. What's that in here? I said, what's wrong with you? Start picking. Because I turned it around. I'm like that. I can be very sweet, yet I can turn it around. Let you know that you are scaring me. I'm
Mm.
afraid now. This is no longer ideal, right? And I had friends who they are parasites. They know that women would go any mile for anybody, and they would keep flogging it. Baby, where are you? I'm in the store. Pick tomato, pick pepper, pick this one. Can you drop it for me at home? What's wrong with you? Your head is looking rough. Or you tell them that, oh, I have an interview. You say, it's you. Can you do interview? Or you are talking to them and you are saying something and they are correcting you like 10 times, like they know better than you. Your self-esteem is torn apart because you want to keep a friend, right? So don't do it. Don't do it. If it's in a marriage, they say don't walk away from marriage. I've written divorce reason for my husband before. I am leaving you because this or that and that and that. And we addressed it. If it's not addressed, I'm ready to walk out of the door. You cannot be scaring me. You cannot make me feel less than I am. You cannot,
Mm.
because if you keep continuing like that, ah, you're going to be so beautiful and you feel ugly. So don't do
Mm.
it. Let them go.
That is right. It's
Sister
very
Louisa.
important. Yes, yes. Come in, come in. Go ahead.
Oh my God. Sister Louisa, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear
Sorry, my
you.
network is really bad. I wanted to cite something while I was talking earlier, and I know you know this person back in New Jersey, and
Uh-huh.
we were in the same, we were in the same church, and on a particular day, she called my name. According to
Mm.
her, she called my name. She stood right in front of me. There are sometimes that your brain will just be non-responsive for no reason, and I just didn't know that this person was talking to me. And I was talking. I was just talking. I was talking. So when I finished the conversation, I realized that her attitude was cold towards me. This is a very lively person, a very kind person. I was like, why are you so cold? And then her sister was there, and the way they looked at me, I knew something was up. So I wasn't happy. So when I got home, I called. I said, I noticed you guys look at me a certain way. What did I do wrong? Now I didn't know. She now explained to me, I was calling you. You did not answer me. You ignored me. You did this. I said, I am so sorry. I didn't know. Sometimes it is not so good to judge very fast. You must take your time. You must speak, communicate before you walk out on any relationship. We're still friends today, and I respect that relationship. But then I learned something that day that you must be very careful sometimes. And then when people wrong you, it is okay to talk to them. Tell them, what have I done wrong? Don't just go. Don't give them that last chance. It might be the
Mhm.
very but it's okay that sometimes you talk to them. When my husband and I got married, I had friends that when we greet each other, when we say hi, we just say some foul words and all of that. I did that with my husband. Immediately he called me and said, Taiwo, I don't speak negative words. I detest it. Can we not do that? And that was it.
Mhm.
Never happened again. So you got to talk about some things. You can't just assume that that's it, right? Just give people benefit of doubt sometimes. I really wanted to add that in.
It's very important. Like when I met my husband, right? I feel like we were on a speed dating. Well, it was speed, boom, boom, boom. Because in within 2 years, I got pregnant. Right, it was fast. It was now when you when you still find boy, everything is fast, 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 fast. Right. So certain thing we lack, it took 10 years for us to start learning those things over 10 years because we got to the place that we assume for relationship to grow, for it to become better. Do not assume. Do not assume that I know your mind. Do not assume that you. I will not assume that I know somebody's mind. Talk, talk. Like everyone said here today, communication is very important. From the beginning of the relationship, let it Abera said, from the beginning, talk about those things. Sometimes we are afraid to for that person to walk away, right? We are afraid. Oh, this sister might walk away. This brother might walk away. Okay, it's gonna mess up the relationship. Then we hold those things in, right? You hold it in, you hold it in, and they get to certain place. It's going to scatter.
Right.
It's going to scatter. So from the beginning, start to tell the person what you like. One example I'll give you. For me, if I pack food for you now, I want to know if I make you plate. You think person can eat that plate? My hand is
Oh my
very
God.
heavy when it comes to me serving people food. I have heavy hand, right? So I
Yeah.
will send my husband to work with a food, one person, with a food for 5 person. I'm telling you. And I will pack this one, I will pack that, I will pack this, I will pack that. So one day out of frustration, my husband just yelled, I don't want it. It's too much. Oh God, you have been eating that food for 5 years now, 6 years. You haven't complete. You know, my spirit was hurt. My spirit was very hurt at that moment. I felt that, oh my God, I felt disrespected. I felt broken. But later on, after 10 years, when we start to really sit down and talk, that conversation came back. It came back. And I told, why you did that? He said, I always wanted to say it to you, but I didn't know how to tell you. I said, just say it. I was feeding the man. You understand? Sometimes we overdo things without even realizing it. So please, let us learn to talk from the beginning of the relationship. Set these boundaries. Value yourself enough. Do not accept things. Because if you accept someone to slap you, that Sister Peter said, it will slap. That Sister Star will say, that slap will turn into abuse. So set that boundary. I don't like to be slapped. I don't
Yeah.
want mark on my face. I was
Mm-hmm.
born a black woman. I don't want to die a white woman. And I don't want you to disfigure my face for me. So don't slap me, don't punch me, don't pinch me. Set those boundaries. Talk about those things. Our next question is going to take us into this. Can individual communicate clearly and confidentially without fear of being aggressive? Can we do that? And we're gonna start, like I said today, our guest is our superstar today. We're gonna start with her. Can individual communicate clearly and confidentially without fear of being aggressive? Can we do that? Is it possible for us to communicate? Is it possible? Yes, no, maybe,
Yes,
sometimes.
it's very possible. It's very possible to communicate. So if you're in a relationship, either friendship or marriage or any form of relationship where you cannot express how you feel, where you cannot address disrespect, that's not healthy. You should be able to approach whoever is disrespecting you and talk about it. If it becomes where you are not able to communicate freely, that's fear. That's not a healthy relationship. If you're afraid of someone, it's not a healthy relationship. In that situation, you just want to walk away and end the relationship. Ideal relationship, there should be the freedom to express yourself. You should be
Right.
able to say, I don't like this, and talk about it, resolve it, and move on. So you should be able to communicate freely. We should be able to express how we feel and let the other person know how you feel, how you whatever action they're doing that is making you uncomfortable, you should be able to express it. And I would also say that we have to address things as it happens. You don't want to
Mm,
you don't want to accept what you don't want. You don't want to start what you cannot finish. You don't want to accept what you know that you are not okay with, because once you start it, it continues
mhm,
like that. And when you try to change it later, it becomes strange. Like, we've been doing this, so why are you changing it? So I would say start what you can finish and maintain it. Also, we should be able to understand the other person's feeling. And if you want respect, you have to give respect too.
Mm.
We are talking about respect all along, but sometimes we want people to respect us and we don't give them respect. They will treat you how you treat them. So
Yeah.
you want to communicate respect, give respect, and
Right.
you also get respect in return.
All right. Thank you so much. Now that is really beautiful. We're gonna jump to Sister Abiola, please. Sister Abiola, the same question is thrown to you. Is it okay? Where are we? Where are we? Okay. Can individual communicate clearly and confidentially without fear of being aggressive?
Yeah, so thank you very much. So I will say it's very possible to communicate without fear or being aggressive. Um, but before we address that topic, I would like to say we need to know the state of mind of the person who is communicating. Some people are naturally agitated over nothing, even if it's over something. They are naturally agitated when they communicate. Okay, okay, let me let me talk for myself. For me, I I remember growing up. While growing up in my house, my dad raised all of us. I've always said, and I'm still saying it. When you're talking, my dad is a man. A man raised me. When I'm talking to my dad and my voice is low, you can see my dad's face change. He'll be like, Kilo share ole soroni. Can't he talk? So the tone, the pitch of the tone of my tone, the pitch when I'm talking, the pitch is always like 10 to somebody else. Some people are
Mm-hmm.
like one, some people are like two. I talk like a man is talking. I talk like it's a command. People say it, but hey, they keep forgetting, where is she coming from? Is she being rude, or is that, you know not
Have the
on
person talk.
yeah, I'm sure Abimbola somehow, a lot of people will have noticed it, but nobody ever said it to me while I was in Nigeria for some whatever reason. Not until I got to my place of work in the United States here that I started to hear that I talk strongly. I was shocked. I was surprised. Initially, somebody had to call me at work and told me that, you know what they said? They said, the lady said that I should, if I want, that I should put my phone on record from the beginning of the day till the end of the day. And I should listen to it. No, I'm being real now. And listen to it at the end of the day and see the tone of my voice. I can be the sweetest person, but it was coming off as being aggressive. So when I want to talk, I'm always in check. I have to do self-check before talking, so I don't come off rude or aggressive. So having said that, for you to be able to clearly and confidently talk without being aggressive, I use
Mm.
myself as an example. You need to do a self-check. You probably matching the tone of the person you're talking to, or you want to be low, use a lower voice. If you're self-aware, you'll be able to lower your tone if it's coming off too strongly for the person. Then be real. You have to be real with yourself for you to be able to communicate, because okay, I flutter when I talk, when I don't want to say something. That's when you see me flutter, because I really, in my heart of heart, I want to say it as it is. But when I'm doing my self check, that's when you see me flutter. I'm trying to mince my words, to keep some things to myself. That's when I flutter. And also, I have to recognize myself. I mean, you have to recognize when you're not being so. So sometimes you are trying to, how do I say, be respectful. The person you are trying to be respectful to, maybe, okay, like I am now, that I come off strongly. I try to be respectful, to just keep it in and all that. And somebody be misinterpreting it as not having confidence.
Mm.
I'll be like, are you to tell me when I have confidence or not? You don't want to see that confidence out of me. You don't. Because if you see it, you will not be able to stay. So just let's leave it as it is. People don't get it at all. They don't. And it's so sad. you know, because you can't be on the other side of the road and be judging what is here. You have to be in that space to know what's going on, you know. And when people give you the way they are, manage yourself. Don't come and ask for too much, because what you might be asking for, you might not be able to take it.
People, please manage yourself. Oh. We are
Yes,
going to move. Are we good? We are going
so,
to. Okay.
so focus on yourself, you know.
Okay.
Even if the person coming off at you is aggressive, or you know, acting like they're not confident, how you react will set the
Matters.
person right. Your reaction also matters. Check yourself
Mm.
before you check somebody else. Check yourself. I always say, before you remove the sawdust in somebody's eyes, remove that plank in your own eyes. Check yourself. Make sure you're not the one making them aggressive. And besides that, if I come at you at pitch 10 and you come back at me at 1, when something is not going, I will come down to your level, you know. I'm just using myself as an example, that whoever you're communicating with, you know, make them relax so much that they balance at your own level and you keep it at that.
Thank you.
Also, you notice that you have to, it has become a necessity for you to talk out of fear, out of you know, not having confidence in somebody. Just walk away. It's not for you. Whatever that relationship with is not for you. Just walk away. That's my say. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So we're gonna jump to Sister Bemi. Sister Tawi, you're gonna be the last day on this one. Sister Bemi, the question goes to you too. Can individuals communicate clearly and confidentially without fear of being aggressive?
Yeah, I think Sister Biola came with a book of work. So at this
Um,
point, there's
I
no.
have to see what she had today. I have to see that book. I have to see that book. We are having 4 meeting after this. 4 meeting in the other room. 4 meeting.
Yeah, exactly. So, um, so there's what was at my door? Somebody was at my door. Okay. Yeah. So there is. Can Sister Taiwo take that? Let me check my door.
Sister Sarah, move over to you.
Yeah. Um, well, you can communicate clearly and confidently without being afraid or without being aggressive. Now, I'm going to use my story because, yes, I'm in a very active relationship because I've been married to this man for what, 12 years and still counting. And there are a lot of things that I've learned. And that
Mm-hmm.
almost changed who I am. Very growing up. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yeah,
can
we
hear
can
you.
hear you clearly.
Oh,
Yeah.
my network. Okay. And growing up, I know that I know. In fact, I don't need them to tell me. I'm being the kind of person that I don't want to talk. I am highly introverted. I don't want any communication with anybody. I just want to be in my space. So now I married a man that wants to be out there. Now, I told him when we talk, when I try to communicate some things to him, the feedback I get is a very aggressive tone. So I started, when I even have something reasonable to say, I would say, oh, I'm not talking about it because I don't want us to just argue over nothing. So I started, you have to prepare your speech, you have to know the right time to present your. So that thing was like putting me in unnecessary bondage. I was like, this is not even how it's supposed to be. I understand that you got to respect your spouse, you have to do all of that, but can I just talk? I was doing this, I was managing it until one day I just flipped. I was like, yeah, to hell, I don't care. We're going to shout at each other today. And then I noticed this, right? He has 4 brothers. When they communicate, God, you would think they will never talk to themselves again. They are there actively shouting, screaming, slamming the door. So he's used to that. That's what he knows.
Oh,
What he knows. So when he talks about, there's no soft peddling anything. No, you have to shout at each other. It's the aggressive method that they use. So I told him, I said, oh, I get it now. That's not the same approach you're gonna use with me as your wife. Because now
mm,
this is affecting me mentally. It's driving me nuts. You can't come with that approach every time I say, "Oh, can we talk about this?" And no, I don't want to. I'm like, no, no, calm down. Even if you don't mean it, I can't hear sorry every time. I need a change. That's what I want. So you should be able to communicate clearly, especially when you know that what you're trying to say is going to help not just you, but the family. Whatever you're trying to say is going to help not just you, but the other person you're in a relationship with, whether your friend or your children or at your workplace. You should be able to say it confidently and clearly. And now that I know the way this other person reasons, I know that when I'm bringing this thing to the table, I got to bring it in very firmly. I have to bring it in. I must tell you that this is the result you're going to get if you try it this way. I must be very factual about everything I'm doing, because I know that if I'm not very firm, we are going the Israelite way.
we are
So,
we are going to go across the journey of we are going to
so
go
I
across the journey.
yeah, there are ways you can communicate clearly, but you need to
Yes.
understand who you're talking with. You need to understand their mental, whatever, however they think, again, their state of mind at the time you're talking with them, and you can get a positive result just doing everything right.
We are going to skip down to number 6. We are far running out of time, so we're going to skip down to number 6. And number 6 is very important when it comes to relationship and love and respect and valuing the relationship. Third party, third party, that you know, in Africa, you have the mother, the main mother, the woman mother, the aunties, the village people, everyone in that relationship. They are all in a relationship. Like if you go pay the dowry now for the woman, it's like you are buying the whole village. You are buying the community, and everybody see that they have the right. They have to say their mind in that relationship, right? They have to say their own piece. So they said, and number 6 is the question here. Their indicator of respect in relationship. How do we take them out? How do we take their party out? Because
Ah,
their party sometimes can destroy the relationship. They can finish it, remove the respect from the man, especially when they come to the third party on the woman's side. They can erase that man to ground zero. They can remove every respect from that man's head and throw it to the swan. How do we remove those people respectfully? Or how do we get them to respect our partner? The question is going first to our super guest. How do we
hey,
deal
thank
with
you for
that?
that question. So that question is, I would say it's simple though. It's a boundary you set from the beginning, even
Mm,
before you get married, when you're dating or anything like that. How you talk about your partner in front of your family and friends matters a
mm,
lot. If you talk about them anyhow, like say, that naughty guy, that foolish guy, you are giving them an impression that you don't value the guy. So
Right.
they
mm,
will unconsciously start
Mm-hmm.
treating him with disrespect.
Right.
So
mhm,
it starts from the beginning, how you present them, to your friends and family. Some people, everything that happens in their home, they are reporting to their family or reporting to someone. When you report your spouse or a relationship you value, when you report it to outsiders and third parties, it
Mm-hmm.
gets to a point where they will create that image in their
Right.
mind of that
Mm-hmm.
person. Who is this one? What is this saying? Your wife said this, or your wife said that. So
Mm-hmm.
you don't even have value. You may not even know, the man may not know it. He might be talking and they'll look at him and do like this. What are
Mm-hmm.
you saying? You that your wife is controlling you, something like that. So it depends on how you present your spouse,
mhm,
what information you share. Everything that happens in the house should not go to family and friends. You don't want to involve them in everything. When you want to make decision, you are calling a family, you are calling a sister or a brother before you make decision. All of that gives them the access
Mm-hmm.
into your life. Yes, and when you now want to stop them from interfering, it becomes like we have been part of this family from the beginning.
From-
Because they control you unconsciously. You
yeah.
seek advice. Sometimes people say they want to seek advice, but you're reporting your partner and telling them everything that is happening in your house.
Right.
And then
mhm,
tomorrow, when you say, "Oh, we have a date, we are going out for lunch," they will look at you and say, "Lunch? You that you fought yesterday," things like that.
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
we want to
mm,
limit how much information we are sharing with third party, how we are allowing them to come into our space. I mean, they can visit you, they can come to your house, they can be very close to you, but you set boundaries, know what information to share with them, know what perception you are creating about your spouse. That determines how much respect they would give. For an
God
example,
bless you so much, Sister Bimbola, for this. In fact, you
Thank you.
speak the words right out of my heart.
yeah,
God
you
bless.
don't
Thank you.
know everything that
Thank
happens
you
in your
so much.
house.
Yes. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. That's very good. We are
Yeah.
going to go up the street. We're going to start with this one with Sister Bemi. Sister Bemi, can it work? How do you how do you plug them out? How do you set that boundary? How do you, value your relationship? Help bring them in, but also make them to value your relationship.
I'm just gonna start continue from where she left. Of course, I'm learning here, right? Because I talk a lot. I feel like I say how I feel. I'm not that person that will be feeling bad and will be smiling. If I'm not, I could do that, but I will let you know why I'm not happy at the moment. Like, oh my God, see what this guy did. And meanwhile, I'm actually recording. What she said was so true that um I talked to my mom a lot and I discovered that she knew practically everything. When I said this, she said, oh, did he buy that thing again? And I'm like, what thing? You know? And she just wants continuation of the story. And I'm like, I told you that. You told me. I'm like, huh? Baby. So what I did, I stopped talking.
Okay.
It's never too late to
Yeah.
whatever is not good. It's never too late to break it. I could be on my phone with my mom for 3 hours, right? And I saw that she knew if I'm sneezing, she knows I want to sneeze. So sometimes she will remind me, "Have you done?" And I'm wondering, did I tell you I wanted to do it? She said, yeah, you told me last week you wanted to do it. You should have done it by now, right? I didn't know I was doing so much of all of that. And what I did was I stopped calling. Now I talk to my mommy once a week. And sometimes when she's calling, then I'll carry my work laptop. I know that I have something to do. And I'm not so into that talk. She will keep bringing topics, bringing topics, bringing topics. And by the time she see I'm tired, she'll say, okay, God will bless you. Continue your work. And that's how I stop it. Because it's never too late to stop people from controlling you. They will control you. That one is sure. My own case is my mom. But she's really from a place of love, right?
Yeah.
But then I was just wondering, like, so you know all of this thing. If I say, oh, my friend, you say, is it the tall one or the short one? I was like, really? So third parties are there. They are not, they are listening. They are connecting the dots. That's how fast they can
Yeah.
do it. They'll connect the dots so well that you'll be shocked. So it's never too late to take them out. For people like me who will not stop talking, what I would say is that, like my younger sister, she doesn't talk as much as I do. My mom was very happy, was very comfortable with me because I would talk. That's how I've been. So with her, until I got married, we continued that same way. So when my younger sister, I would never talk to my mom when we were even at home. She just cross her leg and be pressing phone, right? So she would not talk to the woman. Now she got married. My mom was expecting the same thing, and she's like, "Mommy, I have to go." She's like, "Hey, so to what down? Kilo for what? And mommy, like, I have to tell you what I gave her. Mommy, I'm going." And she has to come and tell me, like, hey, whatever you have been doing with your mother, she should not try it with me. I don't have time for that one. So some people can break it from beginning. Like now, the mother even knows that she will not tell her anything. So she doesn't even bother asking. Right? That's from beginning. But if you have started it, it's never too late.
Yeah.
Stop, break it. And yeah.
Thank you
Thank
so much.
you.
We are going to jump to Sister Tower. Sister Tower, the question
Oh,
goes to you.
yeah. So I always have a story to back it up. I always have a story to back it up. I remember when we got married the first year or the second year, my husband and I, of course, were expecting the aggressive way of talking to each other. And I was like, what did I do wrong? Why are you shouting? So he was not good with it. He got angry and we're supposed to go to my mom's house, drop off my children, my baby then. And when we got there, he just got so angry. Just went to my mom. Mom, talk to Taiwo. Talk to Jenny. I mean, I was outside. I was busy laughing. I said, is this how marriage is? I don't have time for all this back and forth. Though it was so funny to me. Like he was so angry. He was. Then my mom, being the kind of person she said, Rora pelokwe. That was all she said to me. So I went back outside. I told him, I said, I'm not going to go back and forth with you because you and are in a marriage. I will never, even though she's my mom, I will never take whatever happens in the house and go and tell her. That's not how it works. We're supposed to work together. We're supposed to trash this thing out together. So don't do that again. Don't take whatever issue we have out of this marriage. And that was how we're able to just set that boundary from the very beginning. Don't take me out. I won't take you out. We got to talk about it. If it's that serious, we have to talk about it. And we understood that part. We understood that part. Oh God, you have to set the clear boundaries. You have to understand that if there's any third party that can influence your marriage, whether positively or negative, if it's positively, that's fine. But there are limits to things you can even tell everyone and everyone because everyone has their opinion, and
Mm-hmm.
you are building a relationship, you're building your marriage, you're trying to build future not for yourself but even for your
Mm-hmm.
children so they emulate whatever you do. So you have to do it right. You got to sit down and evaluate these decisions you're taking and do, is this going to work? Is this advantageous to us as a family? Should we keep this? Should we trash this? Should we take this out? Because the kids are also watching. And then if you want to have a good relationship later, you got to. My husband told me one time when we got married, said, "You see, I like that your friend, but you can't always stick with her because she's not a positive-minded person. It's going to affect you. It's going to affect." He just said it. This person is very negative, highly negative. Don't go with people like this. It won't help you. So you're cutting things off. You are bringing things. They're cutting off people that are not even they're not relevant to your relationship. If it's a marriage, so you should be able to identify how quick and how fast to get third party out of your relationship, to get third party out of your affairs. And it's Africa. People want to talk. Well, sometimes gossip is like the order of the day. You just want to say that
Yeah.
Ashori Alagbaja, we want to talk about things. We just want to talk, So
Yeah.
I'll stop right there.
All right, Sister Flora, this question goes to you, my love. Lay it on us. Lay it on us.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Yeah. So before I start,
Mm,
I would like to say third parties in any relationship, big friend, job relationship, husband and wife, they have a special place in hellfire. Yeah, so whoever is a special place in hellfire. So whoever is doing it, they better stop. Because AI too is another third party. People be listening on the internet, you know. AI too, all of them will be themselves in hellfire. Maybe they need to organize how they will take cold water so that they will be cooling their nerves. Because that's where all of them will end up, you know. Having said that, third party in any relationship is very unnecessary. They kill anything out of jealousy, out of whatever the reason, out of they're not the ones in that relationship. They don't know how you feel for each other. They don't know how you started your relationship. They are very unnecessary. I'll give us a story. When I was working with Dana Airline, so I had a customer that each time the person flies, the person drops money for me. Just like that, though. A large sum of money then, when you say like 20,000 naira is a lot of money back then. So I told somebody about it that this person, gives me this type of amount. No, the person even saw the man giving me the money while he was going there. Then the person called me and said, Kilo Shefo, that what did you do for this man? I said I didn't do anything, that he just wanted to. That's how he gives me the money. The person said, hey, I said, hey, do you know the person ran to go and meet the man and told the man that whatever it is that she's doing for you, I can do a better one. You don't need to be giving her that much money. That 5K, 2K is all right. Why do you have to give her that much amount of money? The person said, okay, it's not because of what she does for me. I just like her as a person. That's why I give her. The person went and traveled and came back and called me and said, Viola, that's not your friend, oh. Do you know this is, I never addressed the person, but I know how to manage the situation. So having said that, make sure that your the foundation of whatever relationship you have is solid. When your foundation is solid, if the wind blows, if it rains, if it's sunny, if it's storming, whatever, that relationship stands. And like all of us have been flogging it here tonight, communicate. You know, if your communication flow is very sweet and all that, even third party cannot survive. You know, like between myself and that person, if we didn't have a good flow of communication now, what anything could have happened, you know. But the person told me exactly the same way after he came back that this is what this person said. I'm just telling you, just be careful, you know, communication very, you know, we allowed it to flow. And also know the person you are engaging in a relationship with, know where you place them so you don't get hurt, things don't fall out, so that you'll be spilling bean, you know, you'll be messy. It will now be messy. Already know who you are in a relationship with. Be honest in your relationship. Play, you know, practice open mindedness. You know, be very open minded. You know, be free to communicate, discuss issues, discuss things. Then you have to respect and set boundaries, like we've been saying. Then keep to your commitments, commitment of relationship. We are at work, I watch your back, you watch my back, not that you be snitching behind me, you know. And as far as I as an see, I, as a person, I don't even mingle in relationship. I don't meddle with relationships. Whatever your relationship with is your business. I don't. Oh, okay. I have a friend in Nigeria. And maybe I'll bring her to this show one day like that. There was a day I was telling her something about my relationship. We are friends. Oh, she, in fact, she's. If I mention her name, everybody here will know her because she's very popular in Nigeria. She has a social media platform as well. Very popular. You know what she told me? She said, Biola, you know what? I didn't really tell her, but I was just seeking her. She said, me, I don't advise people on relationship because you can never get it right. You really don't know the heart of men. Even the Bible says it, you cannot know the heart deep down. That's why she said she doesn't even get involved. No, in whatever magnitude. She takes herself out, but she advised generally that let us all be good. Or even the Bible the Bible tells us all that we need to know. Do you get? Don't be a joy killer. Be by yourself. Tell yourself this year that going forward, I have been doing being nosy packer. From now on, no more nosing around what does not concern me. I will mind my business. Let it be part of our money mantra. Everybody write it down. No more gossiping, no more not minding my business. Because you leave the plank, the sawdust in your eye, you are looking for the you leave the plank in your own eye, trying to remove the sawdust inside somebody's eye. That's how people get in trouble. Mind your business in whatever
Thank
magnitude. Let your own business, let your bucket of water be weight enough for you to carry. Don't go and
That's very
carry somebody
important.
else and join body. The
Amen.
was that the issues of life, they are too much. Where we the issues of life not drown you. When you need no matter, you carry somebody else's bucket of water. Hell,
I'm telling you. You
this
know,
let's tell ourselves no more doing that.
amen.
Just focus on your focus. Finally, focus on
Amen.
your focus. Let your business be your own thing. Live other
Amen.
live and let live. Thank you, everyone.
Amen. You know, I just want to give a quick advice before we come and shut down because we are far out of time. You know, third party can destroy a home. It
Yes.
can destroy a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because this is what third party can do. They will give you advice
Mm-hmm.
that they themselves
Yeah.
will not do.
Mm-hmm.
Third party will set you up for
Yes.
failure. Now
Right.
you have some third party that will really set you up for success. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna use my senior pastor as an example. I remember one day I called Pastor Joel and I was very upset. I was very upset. I said, Pastor Joel, okay, did this, okay, did that, okay, did it. So he told me, he said, go to the Bible, go get your Bible, Abby. So, he said, go to so page, so chapter. So I went to, then he said, read it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's the problem here now? He said, read it out loud. So I read it out loud. He said, read it again. And I read it again. For the third time, he said, read it again. And I read it again. He said, what did it say? And I repeated what it said to him. He said, okay, you being the wife, this is your area.
Right.
You do this. So that party called me to attention,
Mm.
right? So not all third parties are bad.
Mm.
Yeah.
Some third party will call your mind to the reality. Will get you straight. Back then I remember coming up. I was raised with my grandmother, so I was always around older people, and I learned that they have the older people back then. They will give it to you sharp. They don't care if you are the grandchild or if you are the daughter or if you are who. They will give it to you sharp because they don't want you to pack your bag and come back home. You are
Mm-hmm.
coming back to that house, so they are going to give it to you the way it is. They're going to tell you about yourself because they already know you, so they know what you can do. So they will try to tell you, did you do everything that you're supposed to do before we start going to what he did? What did you do?
Mm-hmm.
I hear my grandmother asking a lot of older women, a lot of older people, what did you do? What the part that you played
Yeah.
before he act like that?
Yeah.
Before he said this?
Mm-hmm.
Before he said that?
Mm-hmm.
So not all third parties are bad,
Right.
but majority of them will destroy your home
Right.
because you don't know the mind of people.
Mm-hmm.
And one of our sisters said it here. You don't know the mind of people. You don't know their heart towards you. Someone can be smiling with you, but you don't know their heart. You don't know what they're thinking about you. Learn to keep some stuff to yourself and
Right.
learn the third party that you are talking to.
Mm-hmm.
Learn that person. Because if the person gave you bad advice the first time,
Mm-hmm.
they give you bad advice the second time, don't go back the third time. After talking to that person, if you are still mad and furious with your partner or in a relationship, don't go back to that person again. Did that mean that person is they're adding gasoline
Mm-hmm.
to the fire? Because we have so many people, they will light you up.
Right.
You can go to them, be at 5 level of math. But when you leave on talking to them, you are at 12 because they will add their own there. All the flaws that they are seeing in a person, even
Mm-hmm.
the ones they are not seeing in a person, they will add their own there. So by the time you are done talking to them, you are ready for a divorce.
You're right.
You are ready to move to divorce now. You understand? You will come home and scatter the whole house.
Right.
You will come home and change everything around because what? They have just added gasoline to the fire that was already burning. So learn that third party, learn that person, examine that person, and find that person to be worthy of being that advice. Because we all need advice. We all
Right.
need someone that we can confide in. But if that person does not value that relationship, have to build it
Mm-hmm.
among that person out of it. So we are going to go around the table. Everyone has 30 seconds. If you were standing in front of our viewer right now, if you were standing face to face with our viewer, what's that one advice that you can leave for them today? And you want that one thing to be in their scout, and they will remember concerning respect and value in a relationship. We are going to start with our guests. One thing that you want to leave with our guests, our
Yeah,
viewers.
so yeah, it's a beautiful show. Thank you. I'm gonna say that the one thing I would leave with guests is what you cannot finish, don't start it for any relationship. If
Mm,
somebody gives you a slap and you laugh over it today, tomorrow they'll give you a slap and a blow. And what would you do at that point? If you want to correct it at that point, it becomes an issue. So let it be clear from the beginning. I don't like this. I don't accept this. And for third party, I would say beware of those friends that are asking you questions about your family life. How is your husband? What did he give you for Valentine? Where all those kind of questions.
and
They
we
make
are canceling Valentine this year. We are canceling.
those kind of questions
We cancel Valentine.
that make them feel like they care about you. How is this? What
Mhm.
did he give you? How much did he give you? All of those unnecessary poking.
Right.
Beware of those friends because I don't think if someone mean well, they'll be poking into your relationship. No.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So beware of those kind of friends just to avoid troubles.
Thank you so much. We are
Okay.
going to jump to Sister Tower. Sister Tower, what is that one thing you want our guests to leave with today? What is that one advice?
Just remember that your health is your responsibility, whether
Mm,
mental health, whether physical health, whatever health is your responsibility. So if you're in any relationship that affects that, any relationship that adds stress to your mental health, you have to know when to leave.
thank you so much, Sister Bemi.
Now,
We're going to leave our book lady to be next. Sister Bemi, what is that one
I'll be
advice
back.
that you will leave
Can
with
you hear
people
me?
today? Yes. Sister Bemi, what is that
Yeah.
one thing, one advice?
I think I would leave it with what I learned here today.
Mm,
Is that I want to be more sensitive. I'm not so sensitive.
Yeah.
Right. I want to be more sensitive, and I would say everybody should be more sensitive. Try to read the lines. Try to, because your self esteem is important, right?
Mhm.
So be more sensitive to guide your self esteem, so you're not turned down while somebody else is happy about it. And love people so much, but then love yourself, because the Bible says love your neighbor as yourself. Love them. Like Sister Viola said, they give them food, but they cannot eat on your table. Thank you.
thank you so much, Sister Bemi. I'll tell you people, if you want to try, we know who to call. Sister Vera, what is that one thing? What is that one thing you would like to leave?
But we already promised our viewers I was coming in with all the energy, so I brought it
I'm
in.
telling you. What is that one thing that you would like to leave with our viewers? That
Yeah,
that one word, one
I'll
word.
take it from where Sister Gbemi's thoughts. Bible says love covereth multitude of sin. So if you love your neighbor as yourself, you wouldn't want to do what you don't like them to do to you. So make
Mm.
sure you love people sincerely, deeply, and like Sabimbola said, don't love them just from the tip of your tongue because you want to be nosy. Love them for the sake of God, because you love deeply and because you care. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much, Sister Bemi, Sister Abiola too. Sister Abiola, thank you so much for being with us. Thank you so much. We
Yeah.
appreciate you. Anytime you are welcome to FGI Cash Talk. Thank you guys so much. To all our viewers out there, thank you guys so much for popping in and out. For those that are not following the page, please, we encourage everyone to please follow the page. Leave your comment, your thoughts on the page, please. We encourage that. And if you are here, you're having relationship issues, we have our sister here. You guys hear what she said? She's a
Yeah.
coach. She's a lesson. Come on now. Let us make her put that to work. She had to use that thing to her. Tell us I have your number now, sir, so I can call you. She had
Yeah.
to put that to work. And if you need advice on how to build your finances, how to leave an inheritance for your children, how to do life insurance, we have our two sisters on the platform that they are building a beautiful platform, giving us a lot of insight about life insurance, finances, and all that. Please let us know. We can be a blessing to you. They can help you set those final costs and others things up for you. And if you're in the fashion world, you're looking for something beautiful to wear, trust me, I went on our website today and I saw some beautiful, beautiful outfit that is on the website. And for both men and women, let us know. We are here. We are here. We got it all. And if you need advice, you need someone to talk to. Our senior pastor, Pastor Jewel, he has the license. He's a licensed and married, pre-married and married to counseling. So if you are getting married and you need someone to do your marital counseling, we got you 100%. And if you're already married and you are going through, misunderstanding, you guys need someone to bring it all back to the table. We also got you guys as well. Let us know. Send us a message on FGI Cash Talk Inbox. We are here to help. We are here to help each and every one. Please, once again, thank you guys so much. We will see you guys in 2 weeks with another beautiful, beautiful, beautiful topic. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye,
Have a wonderful
everyone.
day. Bye
Bye.
bye. Bye.